Hi coders, my name is Bhupinder and I welcome you to my channel Adaptive Learning. So today's video what we are going to build? We are going to be building an application and that application will have a front end as well as back end, and we will use a Next.js for front end as well as back end. So let me first show you the application. Uh, this is the demo of the application. If you see this application looks simple, but it has all the card operation, and if anybody new to Next.js, then this would be great start. So if you click on this employees here, then here if you click on this employee, then you will have all the employees here. And if you click on add employees, you will have you can you will have a page where you can add a employee to the database. And if you click on about page, you will have a about page here. And if you click on contact page, then you will have a contact page, right? Like suppose also if you want to delete anyone, like if I want to delete Sachin, then you just have to click on this delete button. And as you can see, Sachin has been deleted successfully. Now suppose if you want to add Sachin, you can add Sachin in two ways, right? Either you can click on this add employee, or you can just click here add employee, right? So I will you know add Sachin back, Sachin, and Sachin the red gmail.com. And then Sachin lives in Ghaziabad and his phone number is this, right? And after filling the information, then you can simply press the submit button. And as you can see, Sachin has has been added to the database successfully. You can see if you want to cross check, you can have a cross check. Just click, you can see Sachin is there, right? So now suppose if you want to update Sachin information, so for that you have to click on update. It will open up one more form where you can see Sachin information, and you can update anything here, right? Like if I want to update his name, I will make Sachin to Sachin Singh. Okay. And if I press submit, and you can see Sachin Sachin name has been changed, right? So okay guys, so this is what we are going to build in today's video, right? So guys, like I'm not going to build any API or any endpoint, because if you remember guys, I had uploaded a video on Next.js where I told you how you can connect your Next.js application with database. And after that I uploaded one more video where I told you where I told you how you can make endpoint in Next.js. So I think if you remember, and then we have this MySQL Next.js series in my YouTube channel. You can go and check this series and this playlist, and you will find there. And where we made few endpoints, and these are the endpoints. And if I uh, tell you the route of this, so these are the endpoint, right? Okay, so these are the endpoint which we made earlier, right? So we are going to use this endpoint only, right? We are not going to build any backend in this video. Will focus only to build front end only, right? And in front end guys, I'm not going to focus on CSS, because CSS or designing is not cup of designing is not my cup of tea. So I will focus only uh, uh, I will focus only fetching the data from DB and render the data on UI, right? So guys, I will I will keep this application open, because I will be needing the help of this application. And just right here, because we have one more application which is running on, I think, port port 3000, right? So this is right. Yeah, it is running on 3000. So let me just go on 3000 first, then we can get started. So I'll type here localhost 3000 only, and then okay guys, it is running on 3000. As you can see, we are getting hello world, right? So now what we have to do, firstly what I'll do, I'll make this header, or you can say navbar. For that I'll need a component. So I will go inside my code here, and here I will create a component, and that will be my header. You can name it as a navbar, it's no issue, right? And simply I will type here RFC. It will create few lines of code for us. Okay, and then I don't want this div uh, here. All right, I just need here a div, and in this div what I'll do, the very first thing that I will do here, I will firstly here header. And guys, whenever creating a component, like I've just created a header, and like whenever you create any header, you just have to create his its path also. Like if I'm creating another component, then with that component I also need to create its path. So what I'm saying, you will get, you will have soon have a idea what I'm saying. So like header.js, and his path is index.js, because header is my main component. So if you see this application right here, so header is here, like, and if I click on employee management, this is my home page. So I will put my header where my home page is. So this is my home page, so I'm going to put my header here, right? So what I'll do, maybe, because you will need to put header in every component, because you want this thing in every component. So we will we will put header in every component. But my point was to, whenever you create any component, with the creating of component, you will also need to create his path, right? So for that, like right now I will just oh, I will import header from here, and then I will simply remove this hello to header, and like this. Okay, so if I go here and check, it has changed, it is header now, right? So it looks good now. So next thing what we are going to do, this is header, and just below the header we have this h1 tag, and then this paragraph. So I'm going to just copy this line from here, and I will go inside my Visual Studio Code just below my header. So this is my home page, right? Just below my header I have this h1 tag, right? This h1 tag, and in this h1 tag I will put this code, and then I'll have this paragraph here as well, and inside paragraph tags I will paste this line like this. Okay, so if you go on here and check, uh, so now, and now what we have to do, we have, now we want this header here, right? It's header, and it's all the element which are here, right? This thing we want now. Okay, so for that what I'll do, I'll go inside my header component. So this is my header component, and here what I'll do, I'll simply first create here I'll type uh, employee management, like, and then just below this, we will need UL tag, and inside UL tag we will need couple of li tag. and for inside li we will define our link. So I will need link from next and then link, right? Okay, and inside here what I'll do, I'll I'll the first link that I have is here, the first employees, and then add employee, then about, and then employee management, right? So I'll just go here, and the very first link that, and this will be my employees, and let me just and here what I have to do. So this is my employee, and here I also give to the path. So let me, so if you click on employees it will take you to employees, right? So the path will be here, the path will be employees, right? Slash employees, slash employees. Okay, and then we will need couple of these, so we will just copy it and erase it like this, and we will just change the name. So here where we want to go, here we want to add employees. Okay, and here we have a about page, I think, and here we have a contact page, right? Okay, and if anyone click on contact page it will open contact page. If anyone click on about it will open about page, about. And if anybody click on add employee, then it will open add employee like this. Okay, so I think we're done. Let me just give the classes. Here also I need to define this thing here, then oops, and when someone clicks on employee management it will open home page, right? So guys, as you can see we have this employees, and then this is the path. Okay, so whenever we are going to create employees, like whenever we are going to create a employee listing, then we will need this path, right? Then whenever we want to add an employee, then we will need this path, and in Next.js whenever we need path we have to create a file for that. Okay, so we need to create these files inside pages, right? So I'm going to do that now. So this is okay, so I will first create here employees.js. This is my path, and then simply copy this and this, and then we need one more file here, about.js, and then we need one more file here, that is it is contact.js, right? And okay, so now let me just quickly give the class name here. Guys, I will not focus on CSS part. I will simply cut the CSS and paste here. Okay, but if you need any kind of help, you just have to tell me in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, so the first thing that the first class is style dot header. Okay, so let me just first. Okay, right now we don't have any CSS file. Let me just give the classes first, and then we have a inside UL. Then we have a class. What is happening? Oh, class name style dot ul, right? And then let me just copy this thing, and here we have a class style dot. Okay, and then we have this. Okay, we just need to change this ul to li. li I I I. Okay, we have given the classes name to each element, and the next thing what we have to do, we just have to create a file, uh, create a file inside style.css, and this file, sorry, and this file will be header dot module dot css, right? And in this file I'm gonna put my all the css, right, like this. Okay, and after that I'll just need to import that style, import styles from style, and then here we have a header dot module dot css, right? And let me just save it, and let me take you to the local DOS. Now refresh this page. Okay, so have we missed something, because it is not showing me anything right now? Oh, so have we missed something? Let me just check it. We have given the class style dot header, right? And then we have the style dot ul, style dot li, style dot li, and then I don't think we are missing anything, but we are getting error. And why we are getting error? Because we are okay, we are okay, there's no issue in this. So is there an issue here? Okay, we need to remove this. Okay, so if we save now and we, okay, now you can see guys, it is working. Now you can see guys, we have this same header neighbor. Okay, you can check. Okay, okay, and here if you click on this about, you will have about page, but I don't think it has anything right now. So it is saying default export is not React component page about. Okay, because we did not put anything inside about in any of the contact or add employer employees. Okay, so now we have made this header component. Now we will start working on this employee component. So for that, what I'll do, I'll simply first go inside my component here, and inside component I will create a component, and that will be uh, employee list.js. Okay, inside this I will simply rfc. Here what I'll do, uh, okay, so inside this is employees, so here I will need that component, so here I will write oh, rfc, okay, employees, and we don't want this direct here. Okay, we want here import of not this type, and what we want here, we want inside div, we want a list here, this, right? And we can remove this space by clicking shift delete. Oh, okay, and then what we want here, okay, okay, so what we have to do now, we have to, okay, so let me just close all the unnecessary tab. Right now we are working on only in employees, right? Employees, okay. Now what we have to do, I will use here uh, get server side props to fetch the all the employees. So for that, what I'll do, I'll export a function here, a sync function, and inside I will server side props, okay, and then here async. I think I misspelled the spelling of async. I need to remove e. Okay, nice. Okay, and now what I have to do, I have to uh, call API here const, and the data response await, because we are using sync and await. So I'll fetch, so I will use and get employees, right? And the get employees, this is pages and then API and then employees, right? So if I go on here, localhost 3000 slash employee, right, it will show us few data. Okay, okay, we need to add here API as well and employee, right? Okay, so this is the endpoint. I'll just simply copy this and uh, paste this inside this, and simply I will then save it, await response.json, right? Like this, simply here return props dot data, like this. Okay, and why I'm putting this here, because if you see our backend, so this is the backend, like we have to go first API report, and then we have an employee, right? Same employee, this is our from where we will fetch all the employees, get all the employees, right? So here we will mm, access that data here. So we will type simply data, and just below data we will console this, console dot log data and data, right? And okay, and then we also, right now, let's also pass this thing inside this software, employee data and then data, like this. Okay, and here inside employee list, here we can get this. So how we can how we can get that data here? We have here two options. Either we can use props, and inside props object, then we'll have that, like, then let me just show you this way first. I will not which one, and then hello employees here, is like this. And let me also print this props console.log props, and then props like this, right? And now if I go here, okay, this is our home page. But if we go, or if we click on employees, okay, so what we get hello employees. That's completely okay, because inside employees, inside employees we have this. Okay, now we want to see the data. So as you can see, guys, this is the data, this is the employee data. And I think we put the console inside, inside, I think here inside employee.js in the path. So this is the data we are getting. And when we when we send this data to component, and then we get an object here, and inside object we have a employee data, as you can see. So to access the data, what we have to do, we have to type here inside this here dot employee data, like this. Then we will be able to get all the data. Only if I show you, so as you can see, guys, now we are getting the data, right, in props, as you can see. But we will not follow this thing here. We will simply uh, destructure this thing from the props, right? So I'll just copy this, and from here I'll simply destructure this thing, right? And we will remove uh, this one, okay. And still result will be the same. If you go and see props, we are getting the same data right now, okay. So this is the same, okay. Okay, now we are getting the data. Now what we have to do, now we have to, first thing we have to import here, uh, let me first delete this thing from here. First thing I will want here, I want first thing here header, and that is header component, header. And just below the header I will render a table. So I'll need a table. For the table, what I'll do, I'll write a few code first. So the very first, that is table, and inside table we need a th head, and inside th head we have a table row, right? So we'll have tr, okay. And inside tr, then we will have couple of table head, right? Okay. And after defining table head, then we will go inside table body, right, in this way, okay. Okay, so what we'll have, let me just first see this, how it is looking right now. So let me just go inside the, okay, now we are able to see the this neighbor here. Now we want the table just below this neighbor, okay. For that I will first give a class name to my table, and the class name will be style dot table, and I will give class name here. Class name is style, styles, style dot, like this. Okay, and then we have this couple of things. Okay, so guys, here I will first give employee ID, and further I'll just simply copy this thing again. Let me just also give a class name to this class name. The class name will be style.th. Okay, although guys, I'm not following any naming convention in CSS, because as you can see I'm just giving any random name. So but if you're working on production, and if you're working on any application, you should take care of this. You should give name according to the content, according to your component, according to your element, right? So I'm not following any any naming convention. Okay, so I'll just copy this thing here, and I'll simply paste down here a couple of times. So we need the 1 2 3 4 5 6 times. I think 1 2 3 6 times. Okay, so I will remove this as well. I will remove this. I will remove this as well. Okay, after employee ID, I will I will type here employee name, and then employee email, and then employee address, and then employee phone, employee phone, and then here actions, right? And okay, we are done with this part, right? Now what we have to do, let me just have a look how it is looking right now. So it is giving me error right now, style is not defined. Okay, we did not give any CSS right now. So what we have to do now, we have to work inside table body. So guys, you can see we are able to we are able to fetch the data, right? We have data inside this, so we can run a map function on it. Okay, so inside table body, what I'm going to do, I'm going to map a function here. I'll simply write employee data dot map, and then I will have employee data, and then a key index. Okay, and then I'll use arrow function, and in this arrow function I'll have couple of tr. Okay, couple of tr table row, right? Tr, right? And we have this one row, and inside this row then we will have first column. Okay, here. Okay, and the second td table data, that will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So one more time I have to define td. Okay, So here I will have here I will have first thing. Here I will put here first thing, that is emp data dot emp name, right? And in next we'll have emp data dot emp email, right? And then we'll have emp data dot emp address. Okay, and then we have emp data dot emp home, like, okay. Okay, and now what we have to do next, we have to give one more td here for let me first show you. So let me just first give the classes here. So employee ta body, then we have a class here. Oh, class name style dot t body, right? I will show you why we are getting this error. Okay, as you can see, we are missing key for prop. If we don't provide any key, then we will get this error. We have to provide key here. Okay, so we will provide a key here, and after providing key, this error will go away. Okay, you can say like key, and then we have to provide an index. Okay, as you can see, error has gone away. Okay, now what we have to do now, as you can see, we are not getting error, but we have given this style name here. Now we have to import style, and for styling part I will create a file, and that file name will be, let me just guys copy this file name. uh, this file name will be this. Okay, employee list.module, and I will simply copy all my css and paste it here. Okay, if you want to understand css, guys, let me know in the comment section. Although css is not so difficult in this case, it's just a normal css. You can understand it very easily. Okay, so after after creating the file and putting the css inside this file, we can simply import the css inside our employee list component. So we will type here import style from style, and then employee list, like this. Okay, so once you're done with this, we can go on Google and have a look. Okay guys, so guys, you can see we are able to see, although, okay, let me just let me refresh one more time. So we will have a, okay, right now we are not getting any error. So we are getting this data, right? Although we did not put any buttons uh, below action, we will do that you know in a couple of minutes. And as you can see guys, we are not getting any IDs here. So guys, you can get here IDs in a two ways. Let me tell you how. So first thing guys, like you have to define the ID here. Either you can just simply fetch the ID from DB. So like I can put emp data dot emp id, like this. Okay, and if you see guys, we have this column emp id, so we can directly fetch this column IDs and we can also render that IDs to UI. Like now you will have IDs here. But guys, if you see 1, 2, then 5, then 15, then 16, and then 26, it is not looking good. So we want employee ID as a number, as countable from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a sequence. Okay, we don't want in non-sequence. We want employee ID in a sequence. So for that, what we can do, we can simply type here index, whatever the index we have, and then +1, and I think then we are good. If we go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we are getting flow ID. Now guys, I want to show you something here. Like, let me just see, recording is okay. So guys, let me show you something here. I was telling you, like, here we want one more TD. Okay, for this, like, suppose if we don't give any TD and we just simply like we simply just give buttons here like this, and the one button is delete button, and the second button is update, right? And now we go on check. Now we, as you can see guys, we are getting the buttons. But what is the issue? If you see below in the console, we are getting button cannot appear as a child of tr. So button cannot appear as a child of tr, so we can't put button directly under the tr. So if you're getting these error, what we have to do, you just have to take all these buttons and cut, and then you just have to make one more TD and then put button inside the TD. Then you will not see that error. As you can see guys, now we are not getting any error, right? Okay, now we are not getting any error. Okay, now what we have to do now, we have to give a button. So on button, what we have to do, so button, so when we click on delete, the employee should delete, right? And when we click on update, employee should update, right? So 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 I will, because I don't think we have any path for update right now. If we check here, okay, we don't have any path or update. Let me just guys first create a folder here, and this will be employee. Because when we update on the basis of id. We get the id this from this list, and we will pass the id to our update endpoint, right? So for that, I will make a file here, and that will be id.js. Okay, so right now we have a path employee and slash, okay, id. So now what we can do, uh, we can simply where I was inside employee list. Okay, so now we can simply write, or we will need here a link. So let me first import link from uh, next, and then link, right? And then we need this link just here, right? So we will write link and then update like this. Okay, and when we click on update, we should go on where we should go on slash employee. You can see the path, guys. And then we have to pass id, and we can get the id employee data dot emp id, right? In this way, guys, because first we have to go in employee, and then inside employee we have id, right? So in this way we have to go, right? Whenever you click on update, it will take you to 3, right? This is the path, right? Okay. Okay, right now we don't have anything on employee, right? And then we have delete. So for delete, what we have to do, we have to first call, first make a function here, just below the here. We will use here const, and then we will delete employee, and here it will be async, and we need to pass id to delete an employee. And then here let data, then await axios. Let me see, guys, if we are able to if we have axios in our, yeah, we do have axios, so we will not have any problem. Okay, axios dot delete, and inside delete we have to pass, so we have to pass this. Okay, this url here, I'm using backtick, you can use anything. Okay, like if you see our routes, like inside api and inside employee, when we want id, then we have to also pass the id right here. So I will id like this. Okay. Okay, and we will need one more thing from here, like we will need one more thing, that is import from next and from router, if I'm not wrong. Okay, we want to use router, right? We want to use router. So what it will do, let me just first write here, let me just cons router, so use router, right? And when when employee when employee gets deleted, after deleting the employee, you will be taken to the home page, right? So I will simply router dot push, here I will put slash employee path. Okay, not home page, you will be taken to this employee list now, where all the employee are, right? So okay, and then what we have to do, we have to just on click, whenever we click on delete, so we will use here on click, right? On click, and here we will simply call that function delete employee, and here we will pass simply id emp id. Okay, like this. Okay, delete. Let me also give here class name as well. So let me just give class name which is style dot delete, and here class name is style dot update. Okay, and Okay, anything we need to do here? Any class we missing here? Style dot body. Okay, we need to give style here as well. Simply copy this thing from here. We need to give this here as well, like this. Okay, okay, and save it. And now if we go here and check, okay guys, it looks similar I guess if we click here. Okay, yeah, it is similar. Okay, so as you can see guys, if we click add employee, it will, what it will show. Okay, right now we don't have any component on add employees, so we will get if we click on it. But if we click on employee management, it will take here, and if we click on employees, it will show us all the employees, right? Okay, so let me see whether our delete is working. So if I click on delete, okay, delete is working perfectly. As you can see guys, Sachin is no more in the database. So guys, I think delete, yeah, delete is working perfectly. So let me just, okay, so if I click on employee management, if I click on employees, okay, okay, it is working fine. Okay, now what we have to do, if you see, we have this add button here also. We want also this button here. So what we will do, we will simply come inside here, and here what I'll do, I'll simply just outside the table tag we will have a div, and inside div we will have a button. Okay, and I will give a name, style dot add employee, add employee center. Guys, I told you I'm not following any naming convention, so my name looks odd to you, but you don't have to follow this convention, right? And then in button I will have a class name. It is style dot add employee, right? And inside button I will use link, because I want it to it should take me to the end add employee, right? Then I will also define here href, and inside href I will have a this path add employee. All right, once we are done with it, we can go to check whether it is working or not. So guys, if I, okay, guys, if you're getting this error, you get this error when you don't write anything in here, right? You have to type here add employee. Okay, once you type, error will be gone away. Okay, as you can see guys, we are getting the button and error has gone away. Okay, so now guys, I am just taking a break. I'm going to pause this video right now. I'm just going to drink water, then I will come back and resume. Hi guys, I'm back. So we are done with the functionality of employees and as well as employee management. Now we have to work on add employees. Okay, so we have to create another component which will handle our add employment. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply come inside here, and here we will type, sorry guys, I did not notice that I was on mute. Okay, so Right now I think I should be audible. Okay, so right now what I was saying we are done with employee management and employees. Right now we have to work on add employees. For that we need to create another component and which will handle our add employee. Okay, and for that I will simply come inside component and I will create here add employee component, add employee component.js, inside here rfc dot this. Okay, and now because we have already given the path for add employee, this is the path. So here what we have to do, here we just have to just rfc and then like this. We can remove this because this is not a web part, and then simply what we can do, we can directly call that add employee, right? Okay, like this. Okay, okay, and now we go on. Now we can close this header and then this file as well as employee. Okay, index part as well. Okay, so this is add employee, and here we can simply, for now I just simply type here add employee. Okay, and okay, now if we go and check, so this is right. So if I click here add employee, let's see where it takes us. So it is taking us to slash employee slash add employee, which is right. Okay, and if I click on here as well, it is also taking me slash add employee. So that means it is working absolutely fine. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to go inside the add employee component, and here we need to use few things here. Firstly I will use you know uh, hooks. The very first one is use state to manage the state, and use uh, only use state here. Okay, and I will also need XCS, and I will also need here header. uh, so the very first thing which we want to be a header, right? So we want here we want first header, not this way, header. Why am not getting header in my automatic header? So I will simply import it manually because I don't know why that is not working from my slash header, right? After header, what I need after header, two things we have to define here inside the const, the const add employee and then set employee. Okay, and then initially the state. So initially all will be empty, so my field, all field will be empty. So employee name, this will be empty, and then employee email, this will be empty, and then employee address, this will be empty, and then emp phone number, this will be empty. Okay, and after that what we have to do, we will need here one more thing. We will need here import uh, from next slash router, right? And we need here use router like this. Okay, and uh, then what we have to do, uh, then what we have to do here, we can start, I think. Let me see the first form how it's looking. So firstly we will add a h1 tag, and then we will add couple of input fields. We are in this we did not take any label fields, we only took only input fields. Okay, so for that I will write here just below the header a div, and inside a div first is h1, and inside h1 I will add employee like this, and just below the h1 we have a form like this. Okay, and we are not using this action here, right? And here we will type input, oh, input. Okay, and this is a type text, and then we will need here couple of fields. We will need couple of fields, and the next field will be uh, class name. First I'm going to give class name, and that will be style dot input, and the next field will be name is very important, guys. And the next field will be placeholder, enter name, and next thing will be a value. Okay, and inside value we are going to add value, then we will be able to get name, right? Okay, and then here we will need one more which is I think on change. Okay, on change. Oh, on change. Why it is not showing me on change? Let me use here on change like this. Okay, so guys, in on change you can define like this. Okay, and then you will set employee something like this, and then you will have two things here, and the very first thing will be, very first thing will be your all the data add employee, and the very next thing your field which is right now emp name, and then e dot target dot value like this. Okay, So guys, you can do this, and let me just first. Okay, we have to define few fields here. The important fields are this type, and then this is very important, and this will on change, whatever the change we do on the input, it will contain all the change, and we will wrap this input in a div, and let me just div, and then put it inside div. And guys, I'm just going to put that thing few more times. So one div, and then two div, and then input. I think uh, this is okay. Just need to copy this thing again and put this thing twice, thrice, and this is four times, right? Okay, so here it will be email and emp name, it will be emp email, and then emp address, and here emp phone, right? Okay, and we have to change this to emp phone, and then emp emp, then we have a emp address, right? Phone emp address, and then we have a emp email. Here we have to email, and we have here address, and then we have here phone number. Alright, guys, let's take a, let me first define the class of css for this, otherwise it will give us error. Okay, so style dot input. Okay, and okay, mm, on div here, this is our main. Class name will be here style dot form, like this. Okay, and I will simply I will simply create a class, create a CSS file inside style.js here, and then I'll simply copy the CSS, all the CSS from my copy it here, and remove this. You can see the guys, this is you know you can see the CSS guys. Let me first save it, and then we come here, and if we click okay, so far we have not got any error. If we click on add employee, we should be able to see the okay, style is not defined. Okay, we have to import it first. So we will port styles from styles folders, and then here add employee, like this. Okay, and then I then we are good to go. Okay, so why it is taking so time? Okay guys, you can see we click on employees, and then if I click on add employee, you see we are able to get the employees, although uh, buttons are not there, but we will soon put the button there as well. So okay, so right now, okay guys, I just have to tell you something here. You can see guys, we are repeating this thing like again and again, again and again. There is a one more better way to do this thing. So what I'll do, I'll simply come up here and just below, just above, just above written part, I will simply make a function that will be handle change. Okay, handle change, and and const value, and e dot target dot value. It will hold all the value, and here I will set employee. I will set employee here, and then e dot target dot name to the values, like this. If I now show you what I mean, I will simply console this, console dot log value, and then value. Okay, and we'll simply copy this thing from here, and we'll just copy this whole thing, and replace it we will replace it as well, and we will replace it as well. Okay, okay, now it looks good to me. And okay, okay, now if we go and here, if I try to enter something, so you will see we are getting the value, whatever the field I am entering, I am getting the value. Something is, when I'm entering something is not working properly. Let me just have a look. So add employee. Okay, mm, let me see what is happening here. So every time so we are getting the values, but okay, okay, add form, and then this text field, text, and then we have a class, then we have an email, MP name, enter name, handle change, then value, right? And okay, so guys, because we were email, and then we have this address, and then we have this phone. All right, so if I clear this, and okay, now you can see guys, it is working. Okay, so if I'm typing, it is only in email field, right? Okay, so after that, what we have to do, okay, now we have to call, now we have to submit the form. So we have to make a function here just above here, which will submit the form. So we will simply on submit, submit a sync. It will be a sync, and it will take the event. Firstly, we will stop to reload reload the browser. We will first stop this, and then after that we will use Axios. Okay, so we are using async enable. Then I will use simply data and here await, and then Axios, and then it will be my post request post, and then my URL. This URL will be used, and so I will simply put the URL, and then I will use the body as well. Okay, now what we can do, we can simply uh, write here if data dot data, then then route, then what we have to do, let me just if we set employees, let me just because after submitting the all after submitting the form, all fields should be empty. So that is why I'm setting here all the fields empty, right? And we can also see here console.log data, and then here data.data, right, like this. Okay, and then we simply can call that function here on inside on submit. We have on submit, right? This guy, let's try this functionality whether it is working or not. Okay, so if we click here, and if we come here and try to add employee. So right now, like, let's suppose I want to add Sumit, and Sumit the rate gmail.com, and then Sumit lives in KKD, and then lives in, and her phone number, Sumit number is this, right? And if we try to submit, oh, we did not give any button to submit. So what we have to do, we have to give a button first, and we can only submit, right? So we will come down here, and just after this div, we will simply give a button here, uh, div, and then inside div button say submit, and this button type is submit, like this. Okay, and then we're done. And then if we try to go here, and like now we are able to see the submit, and if we click on submit, as you can see guys, we are after submitting, the fields are getting empty, right? This is what we want, right? And as you also can see, uh, Sumit and length 1, and if I click on employees, and we should be able to see Sumit. Yeah, as you can see guys, we are able to see the Sumit. Sumit is a employee who has just been added to the database, right? Okay, so now what we can do now, after 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 when we after when we submit the form, like here when we submit the form, when we click on this submit, we should redirect to this employees. Okay, so for that I will use router here, and like this. So for that I will just copy this, and here I will simply call router and put it here like this. And then when we submit here, I can simply write uh, if data is there, just router dot push the employees like this. Okay. Okay. So if we if we save it and again try to add one more user, let me just first clear this console and employees. Right now we have 6 user. Let me create one more user, and his name is uh, Amit, and Amit at the rate gmail.com, and then Amit address is Delhi, and then phone number this. And when we click on submit, it should take us to employees. As you can see guys, we are we have been directed to the employees, and as well as Amit, Amit has been created successfully, right? You can see guys, we are able to see the Amit. Okay, so this functionality is also working fine. Now we have to work on update only. And for update we will simply copy this whole thing. So let me just first right now we have we have a path for update first employee, and then we have ID, because we are going to update any employee based on their employee ID, right? So for that I will uh, simply make another component here, and that will be edit employee dot js, like so. Guys, let me just see whether my recording is still going on. Okay, and here I will simply type rfc. Okay, it will create few lines code for us. And then what we have to do here, we have to first what we have to do, first we have to we have to work on his path. So what we have to do, when we uh, let me just when we click on this update, it should give this id to this url path. Okay, and this url path is this is the path in pages and inside employee and id. So we have to make a function here, and that function, to make a function here, employee employee update employee, which will return which will return uh, edit employee, right, like this. And what we want, we will again want that employee sync. We will use get server side prof to get that user, whatever the id we are passing from this edit this employee list. After passing of that id, we are passing that id from here, and we will getting that id here, and based on that id we are fetching that user. Okay, I will show you in a minute. Then function get server side props, right? And then here we are taking params to get the id. Okay, Then here cons, I will con simply response and then await because we are using a sync, fetch, and inside here we have to type the, so we can simply copy this and simply paste that thing here. And here we also want to provide the id, so then id we will provide like params dot id. Okay, so after that, once we give the id, then what we can do, we can simply const employee and then await whatever the response. We can json, take the json, and then we can simply return that props dot employee, like this. Okay, and we have to export this function, as well. Export default this update, right, like this, and then return. Okay, and then what we can do, we can check one more thing. Because we have to send this employee to update employee component. Okay, so for that I will simply employee, and then I will also console it whether we are getting that employee or not. Console.log console.log and then employee, right, and we will also pass that employee as a employee update data, like this, and then we can simply give this thing employee, like this. Okay, so let's see guys, let's see this thing in action. Okay, so let me just refresh my application, and when we click on this update Amit, okay, as you can see guys, we are getting employee. uh, this employee has id 28 and his name is Amit and his email id is this is, so we are getting a particular employee, right? Okay, so we are not getting anything here because we did not uh, write anything inside edit employee component, right? Okay, now what we have to do, we just have to copy few things uh, so first we will need few things from let me just copy where it is, my add employee, few things from here. I will node header as well as I will use effect as well as these things I will need. I first edit employee, and then we can simply because, and we will be needing use effect also, use effect. Okay, and then what we need uh, we need everything, I guess. uh, Let me just copy first add employee, we will need this as well. Okay, and then we will need on submit, we also want to submit this form as well, and then we also need this handle change function, here, and then we want this div from here. It let me just copy and then paste it like this. Okay. Okay, and let me have a look at now. Okay, when we click on employees, we are able to see all the employees. When we click on update, so we are able to see the form. Okay, but what we want now, we want also the data, like your enter name. We should be able to see the name of the employee, name of the email, no employee email, name of the employee address, name of the employee phone. Then only we can change. Okay, whatever data, like right now we are getting all the data, but if you see this employee, particular employees, we should be able to see the Amit here, and employee email here, and then the employee address, and then phone number, right? So what we will do, we will firstly give two, because if you go and check here, if you try to update this, we have two buttons here, right? And we have also data. We want one more button here. Okay, for that what I'll do, I'll simply go down here and here submit the div, and just below the submit I will also give one more button, that is, and inside this button I will use link, and inside link I will use go pack. I'm using link here, not I need to import port from next and then link. So when we update the any employee, after updating we should be directed to the employees only. So we have to also give here href, and it will take us to the employees. Okay, and after this let me also give a class here, style dot button class name, styles dot button, and here also the class name styles dot button, like this. Okay, and we will now if now yeah, but now we also want to create a separate css file for it. So simply I will simply create a css file for it, and that will be just like this. Okay, and here I will copy my all the css which I have here, and paste it here, and I will simply remove this line from here to make it work. Okay, and inside edit employee I will import that file, and this file will become my update slash update. Okay, and after that, okay, okay, and after it, what we have to do, we have to change this post to put, and then we also have to provide the id, because we are uh, making making posts, because we are making update on the basis of id, so we have to pass the id. So how we can get the id? As you can see, we did not get that, we did not get the prop here. So what was the prop here? So id here, so we were passing employee data. So we can simply destructure this prop from here and from here, and then we can simply provide this prop here, and on id 0 we will have this emp id like this. If you want to get this, how I'm getting this, you can simply console this, console.log employee id, and then you can employee update. Okay, and then after it we can, yeah, then I think it's done. I don't think I have to change anything here anymore. uh, okay, okay, one more thing I have to change here, because right now what is happening, like if you go and check, if you click on employees, and then if you want to oh, where is my css? Okay, now it's fine. So if you click on update, like if you want to update Amit, then you are not getting Amit data on these inside this field, though you are getting the so this is how I've got the id. Inside employee id I've got this zero, I've got data on zero element inside array, so I just access this element employee id. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna pass the id to the put request. Okay, so now, but what we want now, we want this data, like this Amit should be visible is inside this enter name field, and this email should be visible inside this enter emails. For that, what we have to do, we have to just do a little change here. What we have to do, just below here we have to use effect. What it will do, it will update the state. So I will use simply here like this and like this, and here I will set employee, and inside that employee I will set my data. So my set my employee update data, and that data is present on 0th element, right? And after that I have to provide other. If you don't provide this array, it will go it will go uh, it will go it will go like infinity loop. So you have to provide this array, and here you have to give employee update it. Okay, and now if we go and check, you can see guys, magic, we are able to see the data, right? So now if I click on employees, so we are able to see the employees. Now if I want to update this Amit, and like Amit, I want to make this Amit to Amit Singh, and then if I click on submit, As you can see guys, Amit name has been changed. It is now Amit Singh. So that means our update is also working. Okay, I think we are done all the functionality. Though we don't have any component for about. Let me just make those as well. This video is getting longer, so I'll just let me just create one more component here about about I just want to rename this file about.js, and here I will about.js, and here I will rfc simply, and here I will simply type h1 about. Okay, let me just page about page, right? Okay, and one more component I have to create, and this will be contact.js, and here I will type rfc, and it will create some code line for us, and then I will type here contact page like this. Okay, and after that, uh, what we have to do, we have to just go the path here about.js, and here just have to use rfc, and then we don't require this, and just we have to here about like this, and we can remove extra space by just clicking shift delete. Okay, and then we will come inside contact, and then here we will type rfc, and here I'll have my contact component like this. Already, after defining contact component here, and then now we can check. So let's check it by clicking on about. Okay, we are lacking one more thing here. We have to provide header as well, and we will go inside about.js, and then just above this h1 I'll type here header like this, and I will import it from port header from header like this, and then I also need to do the same inside contact.js. Here import header from header, and then just the header like this. Okay, so now if we go and check whether it is working or not, if I click on about, now you can see guys we are getting the about page, and if you click on contact, you can see guys we are getting the contact page, right? So guys, I want you to design these both the pages, about and the contact one. And guys, this is what I really wanted to show you. And like, if you want to use backend and the front end of the Next.js, this is how you can use. Like, if you don't want to use any external server for Next.js, you can use in Next.js server as well. So right now, as you can see guys, and guys, what you have to take care of while making this application, you just have to take care in a few things, like whatever the component you are designing or whatever the component you are creating. And at the same time, when you create component, at the same time you also have to create the path of that component, like when you where you will see that path, like add employee, what will be the path of add employee. Add employee path will be the add employee.js, right? And what will be the path of contact.js? The path will be contact/contact, right? So this these things are important to take care. And one more thing which you need to take care, and that is like, when you are dealing with id, and then make sure guys you define this file like where it is, where inside employee.js, this file is very important. Okay, just define this file whenever you are dealing with id. Okay, and guys, let me know guys, how was this video, if this video was useful for you or not. If you gain anything from this video guys, please let me know in the comment section, because I'll be happy to see your comments, and it will give me some motivation to upload more videos on Next.js. Okay, and guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.